So, Ju, please add to the discussion.
So, not to go too much off on a tangent, but with what was just said, it brought back to remembrance something that I heard not too long ago, and a preacher was mentioning. He's talking about certain statistics about young people who grow up in the church but then end up leaving. And one analogy that he used was just in regards to this very particular discussion, but he was talking about schooling and the type of education that children get, and making the comparisons between the amount of time that children spend in school learning the things that they learn, and then the amount of time that they spend at home not learning the things that they should be learning from their parents. And a wonderful analogy that he gave was the reason why there's such an increasing amount of young people leaving the church when they get to an independent age. He said, you can't be surprised when we send our children to learn of Caesar and then they grow up acting like Romans. So I just thought that's a very fitting analogy when we're talking about the amount of time that we spend pouring into our children. I think me and myself, I know that I can say I do, well, Lucia and myself, we do try to allocate time, when it comes to like Bible study and homework and all these type of things, but it could definitely be more, So something obviously that I think every parent has to reflect upon in various stages of the children's development. I just wanted to add that to the discussion.
Yeah. It's something that we do need to actually think about, because I remember that we're all of the children, so we have 4 children, as I said earlier, all of the children, when they hit nursery and reception, it almost became like everything the teacher said was right. So if I'd say to them, right, I need you to, but my teacher said, so you're right, they do take on, and especially if the teacher's quite nurturing, the child gravitates towards them and they will pick up. And I know even now sometimes when we've had the grandchildren with us, they'll go home and say, but Mama said, but again, and Nicole's like, but I'm saying, when she's mother, and Sean's saying, but I'm your dad, and because they pick up these things and they bring it. So you're right, it's about, but the more time you spend. So for us, we had what we called family meeting, which was also family prayer once a week. But then on a Friday night, we'd have family sleepovers in our room. Every Friday. Where they take their duvets and pillows, and just because in our previous house we had quite a big bedroom, so everyone had space to bring their duvets and pillows, and it was sleepover on a Friday night. And
I wanted to sleep, but everybody was chatting, and just like
but those things are what the children remember as important, because it was time.
Time spent.
It was time spent. So. Working full-time, I was working full-time, you were leading the church, but then working full-time, leading the church, we still ensured that as much as possible we made time for the children to actually feel that they were appreciated and valued. And listen to the children talk now, they still talk about that they could have had more, they would have liked more, but it's about having that balance to ensure that we can do as much as possible.
Is it ever going to be enough? Actually, that's the question. Is it ever going to be enough? So that's the thing. But regardless of that question, we still got to pour in and the time. Thank you, Ju, for adding to that.
Very good point. But it's the same, I would say, Jemani, on that point, it's the same when our children grow up and they're in the workplace. It's a similar thing. So it's about ensuring that the foundation is there, that wherever they go, they will always remember what they've been taught. And that's the importance of starting when the child is young. So that they have a foundation that even if they stray, they will come back because the foundation has been laid.
Absolutely. So this then again comes into, we'll finish off these points, but it's all about, so again, building something good and worthwhile takes time, effort, energy, finance, sacrifice. Like, as parents, sometimes we may complain that we've got to do this and we've got to do that for the children, but we have them. They are our children. They are our responsibility, and we've got to make sacrifices wherever we can so that they are given the best best possible opportunity to succeed in life.